Hey guys, hello and welcome to another Techo video. So first of all, thank you so much for the really kind comments and all the views on the previous video. I am so happy that it was helpful to a lot of folks, and a lot of guys, like a lot of you guys, enjoyed hearing me yap about my planners. So here I am to yap again some more about my 2026 planners. So, okay, planner and journal. So first things first, a lot of it is mostly remaining the same. It's just that I've sized up to the cousin, and because I've sized up, I've kind of modified how I'm using it. And yeah, so the weeks is pretty much the same, but with some tweaks. So first things first, we'll go through the weeks because this guy is actually quite short, but I'm excitedly looking forward to it. So in the case of my weeks, as you can see, I've already decorated this little guy, and that's a sticky club sticker. I think I'm like going for things that I really want to kind of manifest, or like that resonate with me in like this decor. Like, I know compared to last year's planner, it's much more maximalist in my stickering, I think. So yeah, like as you can see, like this is just, I think he's like a little artist guy who's like surrounded himself with like blank pages and sketches and stuff. And that's definitely who I sort of am, or want to be at least. Like, I want to be that rigorous in my practice. And yeah, that's a sticker by Kara Kanani, again one of my favorite artists. And I think at this point it's just a tradition that every planner I have, like, her sticker is there on the cover basically. And yeah, this is by Hello Studio, the little foxy guy, and this is by R Studio, and this is by Soog Studio. This is from a PET tape by some sort of fern, and this one I'm not sure. I got it as a freebie sticker from, I think, Cream Mouse, that I ordered some really cute things from on Pinkoi, and I think they're a part of some artist collective, and I think there's one of those artists in that collective, but I'm sorry, I don't know their name. But it's just really cute and it's a good luck charm, so yeah. Okay, so moving on to the insides. So here I'm kind of leaving it blank. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll just sort of like keep having this changing decor over here based on what I'm feeling, what the mood is like. So of course this had to be stickered out, like as I did last year. I just really enjoy decoing this page. Nothing yet here, although again I'll probably fill up the birthdays and anniversaries again over here. This will continue to be my symptom tracker. I've already written in the key for next year. In case it is of any help to you guys, you can check it out here. And as for on my period days, I additionally also highlight those days red, so like with a mild liner, so that it becomes more obvious and I can see a pattern more clearly about the consistency of my menstruation. Okay, maybe that was TMI, but if it's helpful to any of you guys. And then moving on, so this was the December 2025 monthly. Like, if you're not familiar with the Hobonichi weeks, it comes with the December of the current year in the planner. So because I'm already in a Hobonichi weeks this year, I plan to use it till December. So I converted the December 2025 monthly to like a goal spread. The goal spread design is inspired by the one, that Catherine has designed for Sterling Ink, and I really appreciate that design, honestly. Like, it's such a great way to actually narrow down your goals into, like specific actions and measurable things. And yeah, so as you can see, it's across various fields over here. And I'll fill this out later. I haven't totally thought of every single square yet, but I have some idea. So Then moving on to the monthlies. So earlier I used to check portfolio and my accounts every month. So instead I've just switched to a tiny post-it note. So the post-it note, I'll just keep switching it to every month, to the first of every month. And continuing with the Furukawa Shiko Watashi Biori stickers, they will continue to mark the birthdays of my loved ones in the monthlies. So, oh, that's my birthday, by the way. And yeah, so that's the monthlies. As for the 2027 monthlies, I am thinking I might use this as a reading tracker. I'll explain the stains in a bit, but basically I'm thinking maybe I haven't developed a proper habit of reading again, but I really want to, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just print out tiny book covers. I've seen a lot of folks do that and I really like that idea. It looks so pretty and so cool. So yeah, here are my ink swatches, the ink beanies that I did, and I just want, because this is the cream paper, I really enjoy seeing how ink behaves on this version of the Tomoe River paper. And again, March 2027. Also, I still have to think of something for this. If you guys have any ideas, please do let me know. Maybe something similar to the reading tracker, but maybe something like new recipes or foods that I tried. I'm not sure, but let me know if you guys have any ideas. And so yeah, again, the December, as I said, you get December 2025 in the 2026 weeks. So again, because I don't plan to use it and I don't want to repeat spreads across both the books, I converted this into a future log. So what I'm planning to do here is that basically I appreciate a quarterly view. I like to see that, okay, this quarter, what are my priorities, if there's any major events coming up. And especially if I have to plan things like production or travel or any such thing, it helps to have a quarterly view basically. And I write my plans, I write events, I write production deadlines, design deadlines, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, again, so every week has been turned into a quarter, and I've essentially just whited out these areas, even the little calendar in the corner with the Midori cream correction tape. And in November I made a little oopsie mistake, so I just used a bit of Midori MD cream paper and covered it up. And yeah, so the weeks, the basic weekly layout stays the same. This has been really working for me. I've been enjoying this for, I guess, the past 6 months. And this is where I track my sleep, and I can see my sleep duration changing every week. And this is where I track my habits, and this is the place where tasks go that I can't decide when I'm supposed to be doing them. Maybe I could do it on Monday, maybe I could do it on Wednesday, I don't know, but I need to get it done this week, so that'll go here. And in case you're wondering why there's no food column, it's because this week will also be there in my 2025 weeks. So this is, I guess, the only week that I will double fill across both books. And yeah, so this is another week that I've set up in advance because I like to save myself some effort. I like to keep some space for potential deco or some kind of list or tracker that I may have to add for that week. Could be something like a grocery list, could be some sort of ephemera from snail mail, any such thing. And I use this column over here to track food that I eat every day. And another variation of that is this horizontal timeline, as you saw earlier. Again, some space for deco. If there's some blank space here, I'll probably just stick some washi tape on there. And yeah, Moving on to the back pages. So in the back pages, like I don't know, I just didn't really like this printed page, so I covered it up with this really cute memo sheet by Masao Takahata. I think the brand is Cozy CA Products. And the index that is given here by Hobonichi has, I think, like 12 or 15 blank spaces. So I thought that, okay, maybe I'll just expand on that. And let me just show you up close. So as you can see the grid lines of the page behind it a bit. So I use those grid lines to guide these lines. So these lines that I've drawn with pencil and ruler. So basically they gave me double the index space, and the idea is that anything interesting or of note that I may write in the commonplace book or in my dailies or in my notes, I can add it to my index here pretty easily. So yeah, then moving on to, I guess, the main collections. I guess I'm not a Bujo person, but I am very inspired by Bujo. I'm sorry. So in the case of the budget, I will probably be writing down categories here, like things like stationery, groceries, protein, health. So I'll be sort of approximating, okay, like annual expenses, quarterly expenses and such. And I still have to write that down, like I still have to plan that budget, like based on this year's budget, but that will basically go here. Cash inflows, I know it looks like a tiny table, but it's supposed to be for every month, and I've divided it across categories like this. On the other side, I have my adulting log. This time I had like a more planned adulting log. I basically put the monthlies first, and then came the quarterlies and 6 monthlies, 1 year, etc. And my personal care is at like the bottom of the page. And then after that we have cash outflows. This is new. So was the cash inflows page, to be honest. So the reason that I'm having these pages is because whenever I transfer my expenses on a monthly basis to my Google Sheets, I do have a pivot table set up wherein I can see a summary category wise that, okay, this is how much I spent this month on groceries, for example. But the problem is that, okay, my attention regulation brain, like my brain is not very good at attention regulation and just kind of many times forgets what it was. And I think having an analog version of that pivot table would definitely help me stay more on track of my finances, is what I'm hoping for. And yeah, so this is those two tables. This is for personal and this is for business. And then we have my blood test reports. So this is whatever blood test reports I get done in 2026. I'll be writing them in columns over here. So probably like 2 blood tests in the year. So they'll probably come in columns like this over here. And again, it's just because I like to have a track of my health. That's all. This is my important information. So this is where things like, okay, where do I have accounts and like what email IDs they're tied to, very sensitive stuff. This will probably be obliterated once 2026 is over, and like it will permanently be like hidden behind post-its until and unless absolutely necessary to access. I know I'm very old school that way, but please don't steal my planner. Thank you. Then there is the stationery wish list. So the stationery wish list is for, whenever I feel the need to buy new stationery or cute stationery, it goes here. I just write the shop name, the product name, and the price. And the idea behind this is that if it's on the wish list and say I have the budget for it, or if I have the funds for it, I can assess after a few days, do I still want it? Can I buy it at a later date, etc. And yeah, now start the monthlies. Once again, I am going for the dot stickers like I did last year. So this time what I've done differently is that I've had different colors every 3 months, so you can see like the quarters changing across the dots. And I think the thing I did different this time in my monthlies is that I have less color. I mean, I used to sort of color in these columns, I used to color in the weekends. So I think I'm going for a more minimalist design this year, and also I'm drawing most of my tables with pencil this year because thanks to Lindsay Scribbles, who discovered and mentioned that pencil lines like pretty much merge perfectly with the Hobonichi grid. Like they look very similar to the delineate. Oh god, I can't pronounce it. Okay, it looks very similar to this line that goes across like the the invisible margin line that Hobonichi is known for, like this one over here. So yeah, those are the monthlies, and then we finally come to the end of the monthlies, which ends in the commonplace. So this I haven't totally decided. It may be dailies, it may be commonplace, it may be notes, fine. It may be all of the above, honestly. But that's the great thing about the week's mega. You have a lot of pages to play around with, and based on this page number, I guess I have something like 110 pages. Yeah, I have 110 pages to do whatever I want with. So that's neat. And yeah, that's my week's mega in the full moon yellow. And now moving on to this big boy, the cousin. Oh my gosh, like I just love how I've decorated this little guy. Okay, he's not a little guy, he's actually a pretty big guy, but I've already added in the tabs for the months, so to match the color as per the Hobonichi months. These are the Midori Chirato index tabs, like the sticky plastic index tabs. They stick out very little, so this is why I like another reason to love them. And yeah, so let's put this to the side. Okay, now this is the first page. As you know, I just sort of enjoyed making a little doodle and adding very minimal deco. This might get very stickered out by the end of the year, I'm not sure yet, but I just really enjoyed whatever this vibe was. And yeah, no plans for these calendar pages, though I just randomly put in a Johan Studio transfer sticker here because I really love her work. And so coming to the yearly index, now what I've done is that I've removed the exercise log from the weeks and I've shifted it to the cousin because I realized that the cousin is actually more of my logger and my journal. Like I understand, like I do have habits and expenses in my planner, but that's more sort of related to I don't know how to say this, but like it's basically more related to, in some sense, my everyday life aspects, like things I really have to be on top of. Like this also I have to be on top of, like exercise is also something I have to take like very significantly, like I have to treat it like an important thing. But I realize I have more space here, and I also didn't have any other plans for the yearly index. And yeah, like I think like so the idea is that I'll basically write the exercise here, like just in brief, like whether it's full body, whether it was a run, whether it was a walk, and I'll basically cross off or sort of make some sort of marking whether I did cardio and or if I did any weight training that day. And I'll also, in case I record my weight, I'll also note down my weight for that day. The little cream line running down here is for tracking my average weight. Like I'll basically note down my average weight over here for the month. And below that, I already do this on a monthly basis in the weeks. I will basically take these measurements and on a monthly basis and put them here. And as for the average weight, if you guys know, there is a graph paper section in the back. So I've already set it up to track my weight over the months. And yeah, then moving on to December 2025. Again, Hobonichi has decided that they will give us this year's December in this planner as well. So what I did was that based on a Reddit post that I saw recently in the Hobonichi subreddit, somebody made a color matching chart of tombos and mild liners that go with the months. So that's what this is, and below that is just swatching all my remaining colors. I still have to figure out June, August and September though. So let's see. I'll look those up and I'll buy those, but I haven't bought those yet. That's why they're not here yet. Right. And after that, the monthlies. Oh, also my monthlies plan is still to continue drawing the little doodle. Like, I just drew myself very excited with a bunch of tombos and mild liners over here because, I don't know, this was just so much fun to do. Then moving on, there is the washi wall, which I showed you the last time. This is just half my washi tape collection, but I think this is more like a washi index, I guess. I can see easily what washi tapes I have. And one of the reasons I decided to do this was also because I swatched my inks here and some of them left a nasty mark here, so that covered it up. And yeah, these are my inks. I don't have full bottles for many except for that one, and that one. So these three are the only full bottles I have currently. The rest were all samples kindly gifted to me by my sister. And yeah, this is part 2 of the washi index. I still have to see if there's any washi tapes I missed. And then moving on, finally, there's the goals page. So what I did here was, something I realized was that the thing I'll miss about the avec is that you get a fresh start in the middle of the year. And I think one of the reasons it's a fresh start is because I wrote down what I achieved or what happened in the previous 6 months. And that sort of helped me reconcile, okay, moving forward, what am I supposed to be doing? And is it realistic? So, so I made a professional vision, I made a personal vision. And I'll probably write some inspirational quote or something here, not sure yet. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's some glue. Okay, I'll just remove it later. What I've done is that I've split both pages. Instead of 6 months, I decided, okay, why not just make it quarterly? So every quarter, I check in with myself. I'll write down okay, this is what I made in this quarter. This is what happened. Did I have a shop update? Did I don't know, have a new collaboration? Did something happen in my family, etc., etc.? And the idea is that, across the 4 quarters, I basically get a full year picture over here. So I understand that, you might be okay, then how is this different from the future log? In the case of the future log, it's mostly supposed to be for business and maybe some emergencies or something to log those. But most critically for planning the quarter. In this situation, it is purely to just look back on the quarter that was and see my wins and fails and reassess how do I move forward. And so the dailies, I'll draw, I'll write, pretty much. Let's see. In the case of the weeklies, I'm undecided if I want to use them to log or memory keep. I was just trying out how does it look if I just write my top 3 priorities, on the top over there, because it turns out you have exactly 3 grid space like widths over here. So yeah, you could actually write the top 3 priorities on the top there if your writing is really small. And yeah, in the back there's nothing much. It's just pen swatches. The paper this year is definitely like much better than last year. I'll definitely say that. Like, there's been no bleeding, no ghosting, no weird thickening of the pens. You see these little dot line, like these dot markers, they were having so much pinprick bleeding in like this year's paper. So I'm really happy that Hobonichi listened to their customers and fixed the paper. So yeah, that is it. This is my planner journal system for 2026. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please let me know if there's anything else you guys would like me to talk about. So I think one of the things is tools and supplies is, I think, something I find interesting personally. Like for example, Tombow markers and like my favorite glue tapes and like I don't know, like how to be a bit nifty, I guess, with my stationery, or just generally like my favorite tools and supplies so far in the Hobonichi. But if there's anything else, like maybe how did I manage to stick with a planner for the whole year this year, like pretty much the whole year this year, because well, the year is not over yet. But if you want to know stuff like that, like I have consistently journaled this year. I'm so proud of that. I have consistently used my planner this year. I am also proud of that. And it has helped me and served me. So if you'd like to know more about my journey, do let me know down in the comments. Do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.